actually was hoping they would reveal X to jump. So I was really hoping at the PlayStation conference that they were going to reveal it. I think I was the only person sad after that conference because everyone else was like, Last of Us 2, oh my god. And yeah, I was like, oh, but there's no Dragon Age. So I'm going to quickly just look at the codex for Varric and Solus. And I said, if you guys find them too boring, do just shout. I don't mind. So we'll do Varric first. There's power in all stories. That's all history is. The best tales. The ones that last might as well be mine. I like that saying. Because actually I'm doing my master's in history, as I said. And he's not wrong. You know, obviously it's the winners who write history. Varric Tethras of the Dwarfen Merchants Guilds of Kirkwall is famous, or infamous, for two things. His books and his association with the Champion of Kirkwall. So this is, the Champion of Kirkwall is the protagonist of Dragon Age 2. So he's you in Dragon Age 2, and he was best friends with him. After the Templars and Circles broke away from the Chantry, Divine Justinia V sent her agents to Kirkwall, where the roots of the war began. In search for answers, the champion had long since disappeared, but Varric had written a book on his friend's involvement in the destruction of the Kirkwall Chantry. And the left and right hands of the Divine located him with surprising ease. He wasn't hidden that hard. They captured and interrogated him, then brought him to the Conclave to give him his testimony to the Divine, in person, but fate decreed that he would never meet her. So, a teeny bit of context. He was the companion of Dragon Age 2 person, he was in your party, so he knows what happened, and that's why Cassandra brought him to the Conclave, because he was to tell his side of the story. Yeah, there is certainly a hint of Trespasser on where the game will go, but hopefully we will play it in time, and that's so, we'll definitely do it, no worries. So this is Solus. Cassandra, I understand our first order of business must be to investigate this bizarre breach in the sky and protect people from the demons descending. While my search continues, I wish to draw your attention to a new arrival at our camp, an elven apostate calling himself Solus. Oh, did that again. Solus entered the camp voluntarily, surrendering his staff to Chantry forces without protest. He is not Dalish and says that he has never been part of the Circle, claiming instead to have studied magic peacefully on his own, particularly magic tied to the Fade. While I suspect you will be reluctant to accept the help of an apostate, Solus did come to us freely. Witnesses saw him in a nearby village at the time of the blast, so he was likely not responsible for what happened at the Conclave. However, he has described the events of the breach in enough detail to convince me that he knows more about the Fade than anyone else present. Solus has requested permission to study the lone survivor and one of the smaller rifts, in hopes of finding a way to seal the breach. He has correctly guessed that it was growing and believes it will destroy the entire world unless we find a way to stop it. Unless you object, I allow him his studies, under proper observation, of course. Leliana. Okay, so this was a letter from Leliana to Cassandra about Solus, and we see here that he volunteered. He volunteered to help with the breach. And they're saying that he seems to have more knowledge than anyone else present. So he wasn't one of the city elves, because any city elf mage goes to the Circle. And the Circle is kind of your mage training school, but it's kind of a gilded prison. You're not allowed to leave. And so he didn't go there, but he's not a Dalish either. If you're Dalish, you become a mage with your clan, as we've already seen with the previous codex entries. So he's neither. He's kind of just been on his own, and you do kind of wonder how did he must have had a mentor, but it's not discussed here. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see and hope we find the answers. So yeah, let's keep going.
Demons ahead. Glad you brought me now, Seeker.
Okay, suppress tab to enter tactical camera mode, and this allows you strategy. I won't lie, I don't use this, like, at all. I just find it's kind of awkward, and I find I give orders and half the times they don't even do them, so I'm just like, screw it, I'll just panic and change between the two of you. It's kind of very Fire Emblem-esque, I guess. But apparently that's the game they were trying to do at the very beginning. Because I remember reading it somewhere, and that... Oh, we're getting beaten up here. There we are. We should be fine now. But yeah, what they were initially going to try and achieve with Dragon Age Inquisition was kind of this Fire Emblem trope, where it would have been bird's eye view like the tactical camera mode and that, but you would have been using battalions at a time, fighting other, obviously, battalions. But in the end it did get scrapped. So this is kind of the remains of it. Ah, it's just some elf fruit. Now saying that, it's no harm to gather any piece of plant you see. So I think there's loot over here, because there is a platinum run where you have to upgrade your potions 30 times in one playthrough. So it's a bit awkward, but literally if you do pick up every plant you ever see, it shouldn't really be an issue. You'll just casually do it throughout the course of the game. Crystal Grace, that's actually a plant. And for anyone actually doing the Nightmare run, I nearly recommend doing the potion trophy with the Nightmare run, because you do extremely upgrade your healing potions and you make these new potions, and it actually is pretty important. You know, it really will help your playthroughs if you have access to maybe 8 more potions.
Should have spun a story.
That's what you would have done.
It's more believable and less prone to result in premature execution.
Barrack isn't wrong. They do usually result in premature executions. Oh, I wish I had barrier. You wouldn't really think I played this on Nightmare mode, I won't lie, I'm playing very bad. I'm very out of touch. Is there more than one mage in the clan that they are passed out? Which clan? Are you on about our Inquisitor?
We will see for
Mage.
ourselves at the forward camp. We're almost there.
Because I won't lie, I don't know what example you were on about, but I'd love to answer it. Okay, so fade rifts are caused by weaknesses in the veil. Disrupting a rift with your mark can cause damage to nearby demons. So these occur throughout the game, and to be honest, they're one of the best sources of experience. So again, if you're on the Nightmare run, it's really handy just to do this, because it just really scales an experience nicely.
Hurry! Use the mark!
See, look at all that experience we got, it's great. Okay, so it's telling us here to level up. Yeah, we got it, we got it. So one of the handiest ones to level up first if you are a mage is the spell Barrier. You've seen Solus use that already. Yep, we got that. That's just telling you press X and stuff. So this Barrier, create a shimmering protective barrier that acts as a temporary additional health. The barrier decays naturally over time. So it's really just kind of extra armor. That's all it is. Oh, jeez, I didn't even apply it. There we go. So you've seen Solus use it already, and that's actually when we get the extra blue on our health. I'll show you now.
We're clear for the moment. Well done.
Whatever that thing on your
So
hand is,
all that blue now, that's the extra barrier. So again, very handy, and it's recommended to be one of the first things you invest in if you're a mage. So, Gun Maniacs, are you on about our clan, Clan Llewellyn? Because generally in the Dalish clans there is always one mage and the keeper. The keeper is kind of the chieftain of the clan, and they're always a mage, or certainly kind of what I've always seen as a mage. And then usually people do just get skills in the magic arts like we did, and one of us will become his apprentice. He will choose one and one only, despite if there's many kind of potential mages in the clan. He'll pick one to be his apprentice and eventually his successor.
Ah, here they come.
You made it. Chancellor Roderick, This is...
I know who she is. As
He's
Grand
not happy.
Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Val Royeaux to face execution.
Order me? You are a glorified clerk, a bureaucrat.
And you are a thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead! We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
Do you think we're going to get Solus approval? It's a question.
Isn't closing
Oh my
the
god,
route
we
the more
did.
pressing
This is
issue?
great. I'm too happy.
You brought this on us in the first place! Call a retreat, Seeker. Our position here is hopeless.
We can stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
How do you think we should proceed?
Now you're asking me what I think.
No
You have the
Solus
mark?
approval there.
And you are the one we must keep alive. Since we cannot agree on our own,
So, I think we're going to go and take the mountain path. Fast but indirect, soldiers will act as a distraction elsewhere. The problem will be addressed sooner, but there may be casualties. Or, careful sustained assault, soldiers will stand with you to ensure arrival. Scouts in the pass may be lost. So yeah, we'll try and save the scouts, just... I don't know if there's any massive consequence picking one over the other. But, sure, we'll go with this. It said it was probably the safer route.
Use the mountain path. Work together. You all know what's at stake.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
On your head be the consequences, Seeker.
Okay, so let's keep going. And our party at the moment, we have Cassandra, who is our tank, Varric is our DPS, and then me and Solus are kind of mages slash
The
supports.
tunnel should be just ahead.
And that.
The path
Will it
to the
change much
temple
differently
lies
from
just
this? I'm
beyond.
tempted, I might
What
swap
manner
out
of tunnel is
Varric
this?
for the later companion
Part of
Cole.
an old mining complex.
Because I won't lie,
These
it annoys me
mountains
that
are full of
Bianca,
such paths.
he has this weapon
Your
Bianca,
missing
the crossbow,
soldiers are in there
and
somewhere?
he
Along
won't
with
use
whatever
anything
is
else. It
detained
has to be that or
We
daggers.
shall see soon enough.
And you know, I can't put AI in melee contact with bears and stuff because they just die. So, but Bianca's so kind of tough to upgrade. I should be waiting for everyone to come up the stairs before I get in here. So we'll probably just swap Varric out for a later rogue who we can give, you know, the best bows to and stuff. Whereas Varric won't take it. It's the same level 1 weapon he keeps throughout the game, but you just have to find upgrades for it, which is kind of tough. And I won't lie as well, while I was very tempted to do a permadeath on Nightmare, which I will definitely do it, but I was just dreading doing Haven. You know, for people who know that, it's just,